Welcome back. We are now about a minute and 50 seconds away. Now, a lot of the picks tonight. The Vikings have picks tonight. The Browns have the 59th pick in this round, but the Vikings have quite a few. Have most picks tonight. I think the Vikings will get some, but most of the teams they have picks in this round. More than just one pick, but the Browns only have the 59th pick in the in this round. But they have two picks in the third. So, but I think tonight the Browns could take either a linebacker or a wide receiver, or they could also take a safety or a tight end or an offensive lineman. Either one of that. And so we'll see. But they need that because they're trying to rebuild the defense. And the Jacksonville Jaguars have the 33rd pick, which is the first pick in round two, and that will come up. And we are now less than a minute to go until round two gets underway. But I really feel this is going to be one of those nights where anything can happen, and anybody can get, and any player, college football player, will get picked. And some teams may trade up, some teams may not. You never know. Excuse me. And it's live here in Cleveland again. It looks great downtown, and I wish I could have been down there podcasting, but I am here. I'm in Studio B, in my TV room, which this is my man cave, and so this is my other studio. So for tonight and tomorrow, you get me up here. So, we are about to get underway in just a month. Right now, with night two of the NFL draft, and in just a few moments, with the 33rd pick, the first pick in round two, the Jacksonville Jaguars will be on the clock. But I think last night was just an interesting night with picks we knew were going to go and we're going to be taken. And I had some surprises. My guest, who I enjoyed having on, Matt Murphy, and his brother-in-law Joe Monahan. They agreed, and they had some surprise picks too. And tonight, I've forgotten to pick up the phone when my buddy Keith Norman called. He will probably call when the Browns pick comes in at number 59 in round two, and I'll get his take on it, and he'll be my guest for one of my segments when that pick happens. So stick around for that. But we're getting ready for the start of round two. And but this is really going to be one of those nights where teams can trade up, or they may not trade up, or they may trade down. You never know, but you never know. You never know what might happen. But I think the Browns will either take they've taken a cornerback, so they took a linebacker or a wide receiver. Or a offensive lineman or an offensive tackle, or even a defensive lineman or a defensive end, and because I think that's what they need, because they're trying to rebuild the defense, and they're going to have a great season, but their schedule is brutal, but I think they can handle it. But I'll let you know what the schedule is when the new Browns schedule for the new season, for the 2021 season, comes out and is available. But this is really night two is about to just get underway in just a few moments. And I have with me here the Sports Illustrated NFL 2021 draft issue. And Trevor Lawrence, who was selected by the Jacksonville Jaguars with the first pick in the first round, is right on the cover, as you see. But I think we all knew that Jacksonville was going to take him. So, and I think really, but I think a lot of running backs, wide receivers, and cornerbacks are going to be taken tonight. Not as many cornerbacks as last night, but there will be a few. but I think a lot more running backs, wide receivers, and even linebackers. And I think that's what's really going to get taken tonight. And I really, and but there's a lot of good prospects out there, a lot of good players that want to be drafted. And I think there'll be some defensive tackles as well that will get picked tonight. And I really think this is going to be one of those nights where where anything can happen. And I'm also been wondering about the Jacksonville Jaguars defensive side. And I think they need to get a lot more pieces of the puzzle to really have a better season and improve their record from last year. So, because hopefully they will get Gardner Minshew, the second back, and we're in commercials right now with the draft. But when the draft does return and gets back on the air, it will be time to start round 2 of the NFL draft. And I feel there's also some great prospects out there. Some players in Western Michigan from Michigan State, UCLA, USC, Northwestern, and all the other colleges combined. And I just really feel a lot of defensive ends are going to take in defensive tackles, and mainly wide receivers, linebackers, and on the wide receivers, cornerbacks, and linebackers, and tight ends, and defensive tackles. A lot of those are going to get taken tonight, I think. And I just feel this is going to be one of those nights where anything can happen, and we're going to see what prevails in this second round and in the third round tonight. And so I will be with you continuously through the second round and third round until the third round concludes. And I'll be back with you tomorrow for rounds 4, 5, 6, and 7, leading up to pick 259, Mr. Irrelevant. So I'm ready. I'm geared up, and so we're getting ready when the commercials end to start round 2, and I really feel this has been one of those drafts where we knew of some players that were going to get taken, were going to get chosen in the first round, but some we didn't know that were going to get chosen. And but there's still some players down in Ohio State that would like to be chosen. But I felt it was good that the Bears, as I said earlier, that they took quarterback Justin Fields, because I knew they were going to take him, and I think they were in need of a quarterback. Because the Bears, I don't think, are going to have Mitch Trubisky this upcoming season. But it's not carved in stone yet. We don't know what's going to happen, so I'll keep you updated on that. And also, I really, but we know a lot of the Browns players will, as I mentioned, will be returning. And as I said earlier, I think the Browns are going to take either a linebacker or a defensive end, or a defensive lineman, or a defensive tackle tonight. But anything can happen. They're not going to take a quarterback. This is a year where Browns fans can say that we are not having to worry about a quarterback, and we didn't have to worry about picking the top 10. We had the 26th. And Browns fans are really feeling pretty good about this draft. So this is one of those drafts where we're feeling pretty good, and we think we're going to, and Browns fans are really think that we're going to have some good picks, because we have a owner that's done a fabulous job during the offseason so far, and Andrew Berry, and coach, GM Andrew Berry, who's done a fantastic job during this offseason. Not owner, but GM, and our head coach, Kevin Stefanski, who absolutely knows what he's doing, and he just really is making the right moves and choices, and so I really feel this is going to be one of those picks, one of those nights where where any player can get picked at any time in the second or third round. So we will, so I will be watching, and I'll be writing them down, and I'll let you know when each pick comes in tonight. And Roger Goodell's about to make his way to the podium. And he's about to say that we're ready to get round 2 underway. Yes, indeed. He just over 38 million people watched. There were a lot of people downtown, and Goodell congratulates Cleveland.
You can see all the details on NFL.com/.
Yes, indeed.
As you can see tonight, I'm joined by several active NFL players, NFL legends who all continue to do amazing work.
Yeah. And we're about to get round 2 going in just a matter of moments, and we're waiting for the signal to get this round going, and so we will have it.
Joined by a very special group of Hall of Famers. Help me welcome Rock and Roll Hall of Famers from Run DMC, Darryl DMC McDaniel.
And we have some special guest Hall of Famers who are there tonight at the draft.
And the Isley brothers.
The man from Run DMC is there. Jason McDaniel.
And Pro Football Hall of Famers, Joe DeLamielleure.
And we've got some Pro Football Hall of Famers there tonight.
Joe Harris.
I think that was Franco Harris you just...
Bill Pace. Anthony Munoz.
Anthony Knabb is there tonight, yes. And
John Randall.
Todd Randall is there.
Drew Pearson.
And Duke Wilson is there.
Cleveland, you ready to get this show on the road?
So we're just about to get started here in just a matter of moments.
The NFL draft is now officially open. The
Uh,
Jacksonville Jaguars are
and it's now officially open. We are about to get underway. The Jacksonville Jaguars are going to be on the clock with the third, and they're now on the clock with the 33rd pick, which is the first pick in round 2. And as you know, they took Trevor Lawrence, quarterback, Clemson, and they took also. And they also took. I'm trying to hold on. They took Travis Antonini, running back, Clemson. Both players they took were from Clemson, and now the last 10 seasons, they have had a 275 win percentage, and the media thinks that Jacksonville's going to take tight end, defensive end, cornerback, and safety. And Elijah Moore's available. Christian Barmore, Elijah Moore, Ole Miss. Christian Barmore, Alabama's available. Jeremiah, as I mentioned, Owishu Koromoa, Notre Dame, and so many players out there. Javonte Williams, North Carolina. Taven Jenkins, Oklahoma State. But and we've seen in past years, though, that when Jacksonville has made some great picks, but not so great picks, and we may have, and I think as I just heard, we may have 3 or 4 players come off the board with Jacksonville in round 2. So we will see what happens, and so we'll see. This is one of those drafts, I think, where anything can happen, and we could have as many as 4 picks come off the board, or even a lot of trades. So I need to take a break. I'll be right back, And I will let you know when Jacksonville's pick comes in. Stay with us.